Ashley.
I'm Shannon.
And this is by far the worst conversation we have ever had, so let's chat about it.
Let's chat about it. Cheers!
Cheers!
And today we're going to talk about everyone's favorite topic, bathroom etiquette.
Always the best. So tell me, what do you think is bathroom etiquette?
I can-
Define bathroom etiquette.
So the worst is when you are working in an office and you go to the bathroom and there's multiple stalls and there's two people in there, both of them just holding out and waiting for the other person to do their business. And then you walk in all innocently and now you're in the middle of a standoff. I call it a standoff because these two people clearly have to go number two and then you're in there awkward and it's silent.
Do you see that, do you also notice that when you walk into the bathroom, people that have to go number two and they hear the door just creak open, you know, all of a sudden their feet go pigeon-toed. Do you notice that? They always do it. Their feet go pigeon-toed, and you're just watching them, and you're like, are they clenching their butt cheeks? Like,
No, I've never seen pigeon-toed, but I hate that awkward silence you're talking about where every single noise you make is amplified because everyone's waiting for the other person to go. So, yeah, I hate walking into a bathroom, and then it's just silence, and there's two people, and there's a standoff. It's the absolute worst. Yeah.
so to touch up on that, whenever there's a standoff in a bathroom, you know how you walk into a women's restroom and your work will put signs as if we're just inhumane. And your work will put signs that says, please clean up the pee off the toilet seat when you get done going pee, right? And they'll put like a little smiley face trying to be nice about it. And it's like, well, okay. At this point, to Shannon's point, there's two people on each side of you and they're trying to take a deuce. You know, it's like at that point, you're trying to get out of the bathroom as quick as possible. So yeah, I'm going to be pissing all over the seat because I'm squeezing my freaking piss out at that point. I don't have time. I'm sorry, but this is like this is fighting for my life here. And then it's like, I'm sorry, I didn't wash my hands either, but I didn't want to smell anything, so I walked out.
Oh, geez, you just bounce, like no washing hands, nothing.
I'm sorry, but if somebody's trying to take a deuce, yeah, I'm gonna be pissing all over the toilet seat at that point.
Just trying to get out.
Yeah, you can't ask me to get out, and I'm just gonna leave without washing my hands.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna know.
Well, okay, so if you run into a situation like that, right, like the proper etiquette to me, if you have to go number two, is, you know...
Buy a nose plug. Like, what are we gonna do? Walk into a bathroom like, okay, everybody, here's nose plugs for you.
No, the courtesy flush. Like, you have to have a courtesy flush.
Oh, the courtesy
Like,
flush.
do you know what the courtesy flush is?
Yes, I think I
Yeah.
can't succeed at the courtesy flush.
Like, it's Austin Powers. Who does number two work for? Like, you have to do the courtesy flush and be done with your business. Like, you can't be afraid to go number two in public because we've all been there. Like,
So-
sometimes you have to go and you can't hold it.
So, okay, let's chat about the courtesy flush for a minute.
Okay.
So, what if you are that person? I'm not saying this is me. This is just speaking for several people here when I say this. What if you are that person that sits on the toilet and you drop one deuce, you flush, but then you have another one?
Oh, yeah, it's a multiple flusher. Like, a courtesy flush can happen multiple times because, like,
Now, what if you
every time you go, you flush so they don't hear it and they don't smell it.
So now, what if you have like a 10-year-old toilet?
Oh, God.
And when you flush it, it takes forever. It does this little thing.
That's
takes forever,
better.
And you can't click it
Well,
twice
no,
enough fast enough.
because it makes the noise, and so you can poop maybe twice, and then the noise is going on. And so you can almost do two at once with one flush. That's amazing. That's like a double. That's a win in my book.
And this is why somebody invented PoopPourri. This is why somebody invented PoopPourri.
Yes.
And now women walk into the bathroom with their purses.
Oh, yeah.
You no longer use a purse because you need feminine products. You now just have a purse for PoopPourri.
That's a good point. Like, PoopPourri is amazing, especially like any office or a house, anything. No, I'm into that. That's a good idea. That's a good
PoopPourri.
point.
Dun, dun, dun. PoopPourri.
I love it.
What do you think it's like in a men's restroom? Like, do you think men, like, okay, here's a serious question. And if anybody knows, please tell me, but do you think that men have signs in their restroom above, their little urinals that say, please don't play with your winky?
I don't know.
Do you think they have signs that say that, like,
So
aim straight down, please?
no. Okay, so I really honestly think women are more disgusting than men in their bathroom. That's my personal opinion. I've worked in like offices my whole life, and one of my jobs, the men though would sometimes like put toilet paper and like clog the toilet, And they would have signs that would say, like, don't clog the toilet with toilet paper.
And you would know this how?
Because they complained about it. Oh my gosh, and I'm sorry if the person who does this is listening, but I would have a coworker, male, that would go in the bathroom, and he took a long time to go number 2. So he would text me from the bathroom. So I would get a text from him in the bathroom saying his legs would be going numb because he's sitting there so long. So that brings another topic, like, why does it take so long for guys, because I personally don't have this problem, to go number 2?
Why? My question is, why do people have to have their phones on them when they're doing their business?
Because they're in there so long, they're playing games. But yeah,
I just don't get. I mean, doesn't it take? Don't they say what's the average time it takes to go pee?
Oh,
let's talk about that. So,
yes.
So why do you need your phone if on average does it take you like a minute to go pee?
No, I think my husband looked this up, and it was like for number 2, not PE, but number 2, I think it said like 18 seconds you should be going number 2. So if that's the case, you shouldn't need your phone. So why does it take some people like 20 minutes?
Is it because they're just like, oh, I'm just gonna take my time on the toilet and just play my games?
Oh, I think partly. One, if you're at work, you just want to have an extra break at that point. And if you're at home and you got kids or a wife nagging you, you just want to disappear and have some alone time. I don't know.
And the bathroom's the best area to disappear.
We're not a guy, so if we have anyone that likes to differ, we'd love to hear comments. But that's my 2 cents. How about you?
That's interesting.
Yeah. But speaking of that, so I saw this thing called a Squatty Potty, I think it's called. Have you heard of that?
No.
So it's supposed to be an aid to help you go number 2. So apparently...
Oh, so you won't need your phone anymore then?
No, you won't. That's a good point. You won't need your phone.
Because it'll help you go faster.
So apparently it's like to go, the optimal position to go number 2 apparently is like with your legs up, so you're elevated more. So the Squatty Potty is like a little stool you put so you can anchor your legs on it, but it's like this high off the ground. And so you have a more optimal position to go number 2.
Can we imagine if we just like invented a toilet system that looks optimal, so it's already up,
like, right?
And we just like get to sit on it, and it's black, and we just get to sit on this toilet all the time,
Yeah.
And then we won't have a problem of having to have our cell phones on it. We won't even have the excuse anymore. Can you imagine a woman walking into the bathroom with her cell phone and her husband, what are you doing? I need my phone. We have the optimal toilet now, so you don't need your phone anymore.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the fights that would cause?
That's funny. Well, also, if we could somehow incorporate a bidet into that. So speaking of bathroom etiquette, like once you're done, have you used a bidet before?
Oh, my grandpa had a bidet.
Yeah.
And I think us kids played with it. We didn't know what it was. We would go into my grandpa's bathroom and we would just play with his toilet system because we had all sorts of stuff going on, and we had so much fun with it. But I think we realized when we got older what it was for.
I've used one. My uncle just got one installed, and let me tell you, it will change your life. Like, it was amazing. Like, warm water sprays. They have different settings for like females, kids, men.
When I was in,
it was amazing.
When I was in Japan, they had a bidet on the toilet.
Oh yeah, Japan.
I used it for other things, but you know.
Do you care to divulge in anything other things?
You know, I used it for other things. You know, in the bathroom. That was quite fun.
You went in Japan, right? That's awesome. But I think, hey, once you're done, granted, it did take like 5 minutes, I swear, and who's got time to wait 5 minutes to do that? But it's kind of like a little luxury. I was kind of into this, you know. Like you said, you use it for other things. It may feel a little exciting, but
we should all invest money in a bidet.
Oh, it's the next
good for more than one purpose. All right. Well, I think this.
Is there anything else, like number 2 topics? I think we covered it all, right?
Yeah, I think we covered bathroom etiquette.
Right.
You don't always have to clean up the pee off the toilet seat. If you have necessities, you don't always have to wash your hands.
Apparently, if you're, but I think for
and
me,
mind your own business.
And like for me, courtesy flush all the way. Like if you do a courtesy flush, I mean, you're fine, right?
And the potty thing, what is it called?
Oh, Squatty Potty.
The Squatty Potty will prevent you from having to have your phone on you in the bathroom. Yeah. So that's it. So yeah.
I think we got it covered.
So all right, guys. So that kind of sums it up. So thanks for tuning in.
Yes.
And we are doing anything from inspirational to empowering to motivational videos, and sometimes just the most interesting topics like we did today. We are definitely looking for any feedback. We want to know if you guys have any topics that you would like us to chat about. Anything that might help you. So here is our email. Right now we have an
Yes.
email. We're working on a Facebook. So right now we have a YouTube channel and we have an email. So here is the email, and it's nothing's taboo 1234 at gmail.com.
Hey, what is that again? One more time in case you all need to know it.
Oh, nothing's taboo 1234 at gmail.com.
Oh man, you make an excellent Vanna White.
Don't I?
You do.
Don't I?
We'd
make
love any feedback from you guys.
I'd make a great Marilyn Monroe too in the
Oh.
1960s.
Even better.
I could sing Happy Birthday pretty well on my uke. All right.
Well, sweet. Well, we appreciate your time today. Ash, do you want to send it off with a little more ukulele?
Oh yeah, I should.
Thank you guys for
All right.
tuning in, and until the next time, right?
Until the next time.
Bye. See you guys.
See you next time.